I finally found a Mekaneck and Ground Ripper by Motu Origins. So let's take a look at this thing. The question is it worth the price? So let's take a look at it, open it up, and see the difference between this Motu Origins and the Vintage. It's got a great packaging, great artwork. Look at that. And right at the back, you got some instruction. And here, it's good. It's not embossed, but it's got a feeling that it's embossed. So that's really good. So this was packaging. It's one of those when you open it up, there's really no putting it back. I mean, that's it. You're gonna damage it. That's nice. Yep, so that's nice. So you can actually put this thing back here if you want to. But the figure itself and the extra head, once you open it up, that's it. Starting off with a figure. Let's look at this thing. Good articulation. And that's a nice sculpt. Look at that. And then the armor. You can remove the armor. It's rubbery. And of course, you got... Now this is what's great about the Motu Origins. You got these articulations that are not... that you cannot find on the Vintage. Especially here. You can see the elbow. You get these movements. You can move the hands. And here, there's no extra set of hands for this. But here, you got his weapon. No, you got his weapon here. The club. If you go to the waist. And I'll show you what's missing from this that I do love on the Vintage. Of course, the knee. You can bend the knee. You can't do that with the Vintage, and they've replaced this tie here, the connectors. It's no longer leg bands. And of course, the feet, you can move the feet. Here you go. There's a bit of a ratchet in here, so that's good. There you go. So they do stand well. Oh, I just said they stand well, and now you won't stand. Come on. There you go. Now, while I'm showing this, let me pull out the Vintage figure so we can compare. So this is the Origins. And let's put his hand down. There you go. And here's the Vintage. As you can see, you need a stand for the Vintage because of the design of the legs. It's difficult to keep upright. Now, one of the things that you would immediately notice with the Origins, you see the chrome on the goggles. So that's a nice touch. This one doesn't have it. And then the armor on the Vintage, this is plastic. This is rubber. I think I like the rubber better. You can see that. And this is plastic. Of course, this one has a good articulation. Like that. You cannot do that with here. There's no articulation on the knee. There's no articulation on the elbow or on the hands on the Vintage. However, What the vintage has is this. There you go. See that? The action picture. Now, with the Origins, they got this. If you want to extend his neck, you gotta decapitate this thing. Put this thing in. If I can put this thing in, as you can see, it's not that easy. Second attempt. It is not that easy. And then you have the Mekaneck. Of course, you can add more if you have two Mekanecks, but here all I needed to do is twist. And I gotta pick up the stand. So all I gotta do is twist. And I have a stretch neck. The neck on this one is a little bit longer. Then again, take your pick. What would you like? Do you like the articulation? Or do you like the original where you can just twist, twist it, extend, twist, extend? Oh, actually, yeah, it's just a little bit shorter, just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Now the club, they're almost identical. And there you have it. Now if I wanted to retract the neck, I have to again decapitate this thing and put this back in. So now you got another piece that you're gonna lose eventually. And that's the figure. So that's not, there you go. And now let me find Ripper. Ripper or the Ground Ripper. This is the Origins. Pick this up. Okay, what do we have here? First thing that you're gonna notice if you have the vintage, this is very light. It's very light. And I will tell you why later on. But of course, it's brand new, so the stickers are really good, really nice. Ah, no, actually, look, this is brand new, but look at how this particular sticker was applied. It's already, see that corner? Yeah, QA is missing on these things. And you got the belt, it's rubber. And on the vintage, this is one of the things that mostly are either broken or totally gone. Now, with this new one, they got this head that you can replace. So there you go. You can replace the head. That's a gimmick. This is the original. You replace the head. You cannot do that on the vintage. However, and this one you can just, you can just put this in. So I can grab Mekaneck here, and he's gonna go in there. There you go. Yeah, he's not really sitting down nicely. Even with the articulation, he's not sitting down that nicely on the Ripper. You can see that. Again, if you want to extend the neck, grab it, decapitate the thing, put it back, and that's how you do it. And look at the back. Solid. There's no hole in here. And right down below, you got the wheels and nothing else. Let's look at the vintage. Here is where the vintage shines. When you pick this up, it's heavy. And I will tell you why. Look at the back. Look at the back of this thing. See that hole in there? It's because of this action feature. See this ripcord? Put that in there. Did I put it right? There you go. Put that in there. And I love this as a kid. Come on. Who doesn't love this ripcord? Look at that. Look at this wheel right here. Everyone loves this ripcord. This thing doesn't have it. Mattel, come on, Mattel. Why would you do that? Why would you remove this thing? And then it's much more expensive. I'm telling you. When you bought this back in the 80s, of course, it's in the 80s, but still, come on. Look at this thing. Listen to it again. Put the ripcord in there and listen to this sound. That's the fun on this Ripper. That's what makes this thing fun. I mean, sure, you can replace the head on this one, but what the heck? I can rip this thing and it goes, zooms. And this thing still has the complete belt, and this thing right here where it latches onto, again, it's mostly broken. And then this toys, but the one that I have, it's still working. As you can see the stickers, some of them are already peeling up. But, you know, this is 1980s toy, and I'm glad that I actually found one that has most of the stickers that are still in place. As you can see, if you compare the stickers, yeah, there's a bit of a change. This is lighter, as you can see. Vintage, Origins. Look at the difference in stickers. And then if we go to the control panel, Vintage, Origins, you can see the difference. Front, Vintage, Origins. Look at that, look at the eyes. But here, let me try to fix this. Can I? No, I mean, even with the articulation, that's how he sits on the Ripper. Look at that. If I pick this up, and then he sits here. Let's see how he does. Okay, there you go. Okay, now, let me ask you, who sits better, the Vintage or the more articulated Origins? Look at that. Look at this. So he's a little bit more upright than this one. See that gap in there? And here, I can still stretch the neck somehow, just a bit. The verdict. Is it worth buying the Motu Origins Mekaneck and Ripper? If you're collecting, or if you've been collecting the Motu Origins and you're a completist and you want the entire line, sure. I mean, I like the fact that this is more articulated, but it didn't help much. It really didn't help much when he's sitting here. As you can see, I'm going to show you again. Look at how he's seated and look at how this thing is seated. This thing is a little bit more upright in the Vintage than the newer one. So that didn't help. The articulation didn't help, but it has more articulation. So if you're after that, sure, grab this thing. I mean, it's newer. You can see that's a nice touch right there. And I really like this. I really like the fact that this is rubber. For that, yes, it's worth buying it. But this thing took away this rubber right here. And this Mekaneck right here took away the best thing that's in the vintage. This ripcord right here will provide you so much fun with this ripper than this one. What are you gonna do with this? It doesn't even have, look, it doesn't even have, I don't know what you call it, but you know, friction. So it's not even friction powered. So if I do this and I let it go, nothing happens. Come on, Mattel. I mean, this is not cheap, but it feels like one of those things that you can get from the flea market. You know, I don't know. But here, I'm telling you, the moment you pick this up, and when you pick this thing up, you can clearly feel the difference. And when you put this thing in, and you let it rip, let it go, it's a ripper, it zooms, it goes, so it's more fun. And Mekaneck, I mean, is not articulated. I gotta be careful with this thing because I don't want to break this. He's not articulated. Yes, he's not articulated. He's difficult to stand. He's old. But when I do this, the weapon falls. Not really. Oh, look. The neck stretches when I do this. Like that. I don't have to decapitate the figure, replace it with another piece. In the end, if this thing makes you happy, sure, why not? Grab it. I mean, it's got a replaceable head. To the credit on this thing, it's got a replaceable head. And this thing has an extension neck. This thing is rubber. Again, I already told you I love it. But my verdict is it is not worth it. You will have so much more fun in the vintage than this one. So once again, thank you for watching. And please don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more of my videos. And I will see you on my next one. Bye.